Hello everyone, my name is Tharun Ishwar from Seven Lakes, and this is my audition for the NSDA Worlds team. Honorable adjudicators, the proposition would like to wow you with their statistics, that there's no dispute that demand outstrips supply, that the system needs a change, and that they are in the right position to do it. We don't disagree with those statistics, but we do disagree with their method. Instead, what do we allow principally the proposition to do? We allow them to have the state have the capability to treat us as property before our death, an idea that was abolished in the Civil War in the 1860s. We allow the state to harvest our remains without our consent, stripping us of every right to live. Because we don't believe in those principles, that we believe the opportunity for choice supersedes the demand for lives. We urge you to look to the opposition first. With that, a definition. The word mandate does not allow us to opt out, which is a completely different policy, but instead requires 100% compulsion, devotion to the state, which no true democracy will ever allow and has allowed. Fundamentally, a universal mandate means without choice. Even if it eliminates bureaucratic inefficiencies, there's a simpler option. Allow us to have choice. A universal mandate in which everyone at the age of 18 or achieving their driver's license can simply be forced to choose to whether or not they want their organs to be harvested in the first place. With that, it resolves every bureaucratic inefficiency while also allowing the fundamental right to their own death. Our first argument is autonomy, that every ownership of their body belongs to each person, you. It's the same principle that's followed every medical ethic. For example, the way surgeries ask for consent before you even do the procedure in the first place. For when surgeons who have to stop every single time the patient tells them that they want to. It's a way that medical professionals have always handled things, and that's a way that people should continue honoring their wishes. Think about it logically. Allowing families to resist the state, to reject the way that we still allow the dead to carry on their lives. This has always been a fundamental part of our law and the way that we've operated as a society. We never mandated that organs be disseminated to anyone in the first place, because no corpse deserves to feel violated. We should respect the living commitment that every single human has given when they were born onto this earth. And just fundamentally, you know that it's morally wrong to be able to say one thing in life continuously every single day and then have that objection go away as soon as you pass. With that, our second argument is the relations that the people have to the ground. It's simple, that the people who are least capable of resisting are the ones that are most abused. The way that in Orthodox Jewish religions, burial is always respected. The way in the Shinto religion, that it's a violation of the spirit to harvest their organs, or the way that in many West African nations, that disrupting and taking organs prevents us from being able to access the ancestral grounds for their future. The dead do not just feel the lives that they've lived, but rather their religions allow them to have a new alternative in their future. Disrupting that both for the dead and for every relation that those people have set to planet Earth is not something that we should just be able to have the state take care of. It's a choice that every single person makes. It's simple. Allow every person to choose their faith and also accept exemptions, not just force them to get rid of their capability of believing altogether. In fact, when we look to the UK, when they were allowed a choice to whether or not to donate organs, specifically the minorities, had only 39% of people consent to giving away their organs, compared to a majority of whites who followed the traditional Christian ideology. Over 70% have agreed to consent. Our argument is not just that the majority doesn't matter, but rather the minorities who have built their relations and faith along different routes should still have the capability to choose. Our third argument is the principle that you defend. Just think about it. Every single doctor's appointment, when you believe that there's a chance you may die, the doctor should be focused on curing you in their best faith. They should be focused on not just trying to save you for another purpose. The way that medical professionals have always happened is care is at the utmost importance. But when someone is on their deathbed, a doctor who, even if has to abide by their legal authorities, has always faced bias. They always want to save the next life, as many lives as they can, as it is their duty. So when they're faced with the choice of continuously saving yours, even when it might be failing, or 100% certainty of being able to save someone else's, they might implicitly always take that choice. Again, there's no 100% guarantee that you can save someone's life, but the higher risk outweighs, the highest reward outweighs that risk. Let's look to the most persuasive arguments that the proposition would actually like to say. Firstly, the idea of a utilitarian perspective, that what matters is the lives that come forth. But this logic falters when you look at how society has always operated. For example, we never compel the rich to donate their kidney just because they have an extra one. We never mandate that all bodies can be used as experimental treatments. And we would never force animals to be able to just follow every scientist's will. We allow them to follow in a humane manner the opportunity for choice. Similarly, when we look to what this practically does, the opt-out option is just as safe. In fact, in Spain, for example, the most golden example that the proposition will try to bring, it's correlation, not causation. Even though they mandated it there, the reason that there's so much beneficial progress is because of the best infrastructure in the nation, super well coordinators, immense financial support, and high level commitment to be able to give the best care. It's because that Spain has developed their capabilities, not because the model that they use is why they're so sufficient. But then secondly, there's another argument about reciprocity. Everyone who should also donate their organs. But remember, there's two key things here. One, this can all fall under our counter model. The opportunity for choice is always better than forcing someone to take on an option. And then secondly, remember that practically, when people have the opportunity for choice, whenever doctors are not burdened by the possibility of losing a life, and whenever they know beforehand what needs to be done in the future, people are the most well informed to make the decision. It's simple. Life is best preserved when people want to live, instead of forcing people to lose their lives, lose the opportunity for organ donation, and lose the choice that they were respected with when they were first born. Don't ever lose that choice and vote for the opposition.